Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Hello,
As you can see,
everybody,
we are
and welcome
all
to
set.
today's match.
The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The major moment in the game. What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
That is lovely. That is a superb rearguard action. And he's there to belt it away.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
And here's Drogba. Alexander-Arnold. Nicely weighted ball. Bellingham. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Messi. And here's Drogba. Floated up and over. Araujo. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Bellingham. Passing nice and neat. Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Bellingham is there, and he can get that clear. Mateus. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nicely aimed pass. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Now he's off and running. Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Ernest. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so. He's had a hit! They've scored!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
He's found a way through. Oh, played through for the wide man. Right, looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Maldini gets rid without sophistication. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Chance for the header! No mistake! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Zhejiang are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And just to confirm that the terrific header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's being shifted off it. He won't be happy with that one, and it's been given away. Messi, and he welcomes it in. Played out to the left flank. Well timed, excellent interception. Araujo. Alexander-Arnold. He's in space and looking for options. Messi shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! A goal at a really telling moment. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Has been indicated.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Bellingham.
This is the time you need that pace.
And there's green grass ahead of him. There's the hit! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. And it's half-time here. And it has been a pretty crazy game so far. The game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that.
Security staff,
and we are up to the break.
Well, what an enjoyable first half. Just when you think a 2-goal lead can be decisive, it's gone again, and I hope the goals keep coming.
Substitutions taking place.
What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And we are back underway.
Vietnam have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going, and eventually you'll get your break.
Horace! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That's good running with the ball. Bellingham. Bellingham gets a foot in here. Now it's Drogba. And he's gone backward here. Can he finish? Oh, another save. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Messi. Shot could be on. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, they've got it again. Luis Suarez. Leicester with the clearance. Zhejiang are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least. because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Match was 72,300.
Nicely intercepted. Vieira. Now that looks a decent ball. And reclaimed it in a trice. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Couldn't quite squeeze. And the shots! And it's in! And the comeback is complete! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Vietnam go into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Bellingham. Messi.
This is what good chemistry is all about. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Bellingham. Oh no, this does not look good. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Messi. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Decent hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's got two. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Zhejiang are definitely going about this the right way.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to...
There's the shot!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, nice touch. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on. And
big chance! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
And yes, it's him again!
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
And they can counter here. Ronaldinho driving on and making good progress. Oh, he's in!
Number 9, Mbappe.
Oh, well played. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He can get that clear. That's a lovely, neat pass. Guti. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity.
And Hullet! They want to be quick to recover this. Schmeichel. Oh, what has happened here? Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Has been indicated.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Messi. And it's Neymar. Ronaldinho. And that is that.
What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Vietnam certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
I'm sure they will make 5
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very...
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now it's Drogba. Brilliantly cut out. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Hernes, driving forward. Bergomi. Yaya Toure. Tomiyasu. That's been cut out, well played. Vieira. Oh, and he's through the middle. Drogba couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming. Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
And it's Luis Suarez. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got away.
And the shot! And he's done it!
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well read, and the danger is averted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Drogba. And he's intervened well there. Messi. And here's the chance to counter. Nuno Mendes. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And the pass is intercepted. He could be in here. He's in here!
Oh, shooting chance!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Vietnam with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Hits one!
Same again, same outcome.
Vietnam really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Dumfries getting this one clear. And here's Bellingham. Nice, ended up in no man's land. Now it's Bellingham.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Now there's a fine ball.
He's had a shot!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that was very necessary. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Luis Suarez. Now, what about a counter-attack? Looking for the run. Oh, good read. Bellingham is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Saliba.
Vietnam really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Here's found.
There's the hit!
Another big chance that gets away. Vietnam have their third corner. Maldini is there and he can get that clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Dumfries. Nuno Mendes.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Luis Suarez. That pass has been well intercepted. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Alexander-Arnold. Nuno Mendes. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here, the game still up for grabs, and the half-time score 1-0. Reflections on the first half?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Vietnam go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bergomi deals with that comfortably. Oh, look at the space here. Bellingham. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Rummenigge. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that should get the job done. Rummenigge.
Chance!
It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Dumfries. Bellingham. He's in, surely! Ernest. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mendes providing an outlet on that flank. Nuno Mendes, who's wide and looking to get onto this.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque. That was well played, well stopped.
And the counter is on. Drogba. He's had it taken off him. Defending was strong and firm. And now the breakaway. Luis Suarez. Drogba.
Chance for the header! Really well taken goal. Two to the good. They have breathing space.
What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
And yes, it's him again. Vietnam are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. He's picked his way through. He's free, he has got space.
Now the finish!
Now that is commitment to the cause.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
All he
21.
needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Numero 42.
Rafael Leao.
Yaya Touré. Numero 24. Lasciano il campo.
Great challenge, time to perfection.
Neymar.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Il numero 4. Il numero 5.
Oh, somewhat off target.
Il numero 20.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Climbs up big! And it's in!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
He can run onto that. Oh, that was vital.
Vietnam can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
And it's Zanetti. That is a brilliant interception. And he's had a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Alexander-Arnold. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Deep into stoppage time. Bergomi. Hoisted in. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that's that. Vietnam pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Vietnam really were very impressive in the way they...
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop, It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. We have already started here. Luis Suarez.
Oh, that's such a good run.
He's got full. Araujo can get it clear. And here's Suarez. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to belt it away. Bellingham. Drogba. It's Drogba! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Little pass back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Alexander-Arnold making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already made it up to 300 appearances.
Well, Peter, he has been the servant who keeps on giving to this team. You don't get to do what he has without a dedication and motivation that simply never wavers.
And the finish! Goal! Inter!
His position was perfect. The invitation
and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Vietnam finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Passes short and sharp. Rafael Leao, very much a man of this moment. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Ronaldinho. Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Bellingham. He's found a way through. And that was very necessary. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Gently done. Well, that pass isn't the best. He's had it taken off him.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
De Jong.
Goes in for the header! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Great header, made it look easy.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Luis Suarez!
Same again, same outcome.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And it's Lam. He's looking wide. And here's Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ernest. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Ronaldinho. It's anyone's ball now. Drogba. Vieira. And the counter is on. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Nice control. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Oh, good-looking ball. Luis Suarez. Ronaldinho. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Saliba. And that's gone loose. Messi. Luis Suarez. De Jong has created one goal already. And here's the chance to counter. And that's a throw-in. And it's Rijkaard. Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. Luis Suarez. Oh, well played, well played. Vieira. Now it's Luis Suarez.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Pull it. And the whistle goes for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And we are back on the way.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought...
Chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Inter Milan find a position of real strength now.